Shalom. Honor give all praises, honor and glory due to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, to His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, or the word ignorantly called God and Jesus, as the God of the Bible, the only living power that created heavens and earth. You see, the God of the Latinos, the natives, and the so-called Negroes scattered among every nation. Yeah, and they will come out looking like these nations. And the scripture told them, confusion of faces. Right, double honors to the apostles and elders at GMS, you brothers in the four corners of the earth, open to be a part of the elect, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rokah Kodash, to you brothers. This is a lesson because what inspired this lesson is the last works, and we was on the street, these conscious people or people who know what's going on, what the system is pushing, because there's people that know what's coming. You see, what was set up in the system, people know about the mark of the beast, know about all these different things, but what have blinded them is that they're trying to save the mass of people. They're trying to save the mass of people, but according to the scripture, everything that's about to happen, that's coming, was prophesied by the prophets of old, which is our forefathers. All right, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, from all the prophets, from Abel to Zechariah. You see, Yahweh Shai, our king, King Solomon, King David, these things were prophesied. And one of the things that was prophesied is that 2/3 of our people will die. And the Lord sent us out there for the master people, because the mass wouldn't return. The mass wouldn't be saved. The mass would get consumed. So we are there, as you see on the screen, for the few spirits, which is known in the scripture as the elect, the chosen, the first fruits, the remnant. You see, all under these titles, they are known by. So, enough talking. Let me get in the scriptures. Romans 11 verse 7. It say, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blind. See, the election have obtained that, the promise, and the rest were blind. Or was the rest blind? Let me get the scripture. Second Corinthians it is. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse. God. 2 Corinthians 4 verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not. That's why they are blind, because the God of this world they put their trust in. You see, the God of this world blind their minds. And the God of this world is Esau, the Edomites. That's why they give you Jesus to worship, which go back to Ptolemy. All right, it's Ptolemy, right back to Egypt, who set up his son to be Serapis Christus. You see, he blinds you with pleasure. All right, so you will never come to the knowledge of this truth. You would not believe this truth because you're blind with pleasure. with the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, the pride of life. Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Amashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them. Salakia. It said, in whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them. You see, that's how they were blinded, because they give themselves over to the system. They choose not to have faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You see, because only few will be saved. Alright? We get. You see what the Lord say. Matthew 13 verse 9. Who have an ears to hear, let him hear. Meaning who would see, would see. Or who have an understanding, they would receive it. Alright? And if you can't receive this, that means, hey, your flesh kicking up. Alright? You just have to accept it, because this is the truth. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. So, who this word receive the understanding of this word? It is more than likely that you are part of the elect, if you will endure until the end. You see? Let me get Isaiah 1 verse 11. Salakia. Come. This is Job 22 verse. Let me see. Let me start from 70. It say, which said unto the Most High, depart from us. Who said that? That's 2/3 of our people. The majority that will die. Alright? What can the Almighty do for them? Yet he filled their houses with good things. But the counsel of the wicked is far from me. So the counsel, or the 2/3 the majority, the master of the nation of Israel, right? We're not here trying to save black people. We're trying to save Americans, Trinidadians, Guyanese, Jamaicans, Asian, European, Indian, Latinos. We out there to save Israelites. Alright? We out there for the remnant of Israel. Alright? So it say, yet he filled their houses with good things, but the counsel of the wicked is far from me. So the counsel of the mass of the people, they don't want to know about Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. They don't want to know about the Lord and how they could be saved. The righteous see it and are glad, and the innocent laugh them to scorn. That's when the destruction take place. The Lord say, he gonna laugh at you. He gonna mock when you fear coming. Alright? He gonna laugh, he gonna mock, and he gonna scorn at you. And you go to Proverbs 1 verse 26. And how we would do that? Through his men. Because now we are there pushing this word, and you're mocking and laughing and scorning. Alright? You delight yourself in the counsel of the wicked. But the counsel of the Most High you far from. Alright? It said, whereas our substance is not cut down, but the remnant of them the fire consume. So 2/3 of our people the fire would consume. You see? Type in the word remnant. I will pull up some scripture pertaining to that. Start at Isaiah chapter 1, verse 9. It said, except the Lord Yahweh of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. You see, if the Lord in reserved, when you go to Romans 11, verse 4, it say, but what said the Lord, the answer of Yahweh unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. And the 7,000, all right, it just mean completion. All right, the Mosai, which is taught, which go back to the remnant, it don't literally mean 7,000. All right, they didn't bow their knees to this system. All right, to Baal, another god, an idol. All right, they continue worshiping Yahweh through his beloved son Yahweh Shai. You see? So, even so then, at this present time also, there is a remnant according to the election of grace. You see? There's a remnant. If the Most High didn't reserve the remnant, the nation of Israel would be wiped out. And then the promise, we wouldn't get the promise. Alright? But that wasn't the promise from the beginning. The promise was that the nation of Israel would get the kingdom. Alright? That was the promise. Jacob, let me get that. Alright? That was the promise. Let me read Isaiah 10 and 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. I mean, they will come back and they will receive this truth, and they would receive Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They would dwell in the tabernacle of the Lord, right? And they will be delivered. Isaiah 10 and 21. It say, the remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty power. For though, verse 10, 22. For though thy people Israel be as the sand of the sea, yet a remnant shall return. The consumption decree shall overflow with righteousness. You see? And it shall, Isaiah 11 verse 11, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Patros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Amat and from the isles of the sea. That's all these different nations and countries and dwelling place where our people were scattered and occupied. All right, the Lord will gather them. They would hear this word by the internet. From the internet is the main factor, and they would receive it and they would turn back and they would start go teaching like you see right now. Brothers all across the world, all across the globe, preaching and teaching. All right, and there shall be an highway for the remnant, Isaiah 11 and 16, of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like as it was to Israel in the day that he came up out of the land of Egypt. See, so the Most High ain't out there for the mass, the Most High is for the few. And Let me get. God, it say Zephaniah 3:13. It said, the remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies. Neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. Why? They're going to be virgins. They're going to be pure. All they would know is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. This is the pure doctrine. The full understanding is given unto them. Alright? By Yahushai. Yahushai have come and died for them. For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. Why? Because they are the remnant, they are the election, they are the elect, they are the first fruit. Alright, let me get this last scripture. It say John 17 verse 5, and now, O Father, glorify thou me with thine own self, with the glory which I had with thee before the world was. I have manifest thy name unto the men which thou givest me out of the world. Thine they were, and thou givest them me, and they have kept thy word. Hey, you know, if Yahushua say in John 7 verse, I feel that's 39, if ye continue in my word, then ye are my disciple indeed. See, no matter what you go through, once you continue doing the work, believing, alright, put in all your faith and trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Alright? Thine they were, and thou givest them me, and they have kept thy word. Now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. For I have given unto them the words which thou givest me, and they have received them, and have known surely that I came out from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me. I pray for them. I pray not for the world. And when you go into the world, they go back to cosmos. Alright? Cosmos meaning the Lord didn't pray for the entire Israel. He prayed for the elect of Israel. But for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. So, not all Israel gonna be saved. You're not out there for the mass. So I will close with this last precept. Zechariah 13 verse 8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in the land, said the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the torch shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, is our power, or is my God. So that's it. We ain't out there for the mass. We out there for the few, through the spirit and power. Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai. You out there for the few spirit. So hope this video was edifying, and it left that stumbling block over you people that can get that. You know, if it lift it, and you're part of the elect. If it ain't, hey, ain't nothing I could do about it. Alright? I'm doing my job by delivering it unto you. You see? Shalom. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makar Kodash. Rock your time to the elect. Shalom.